Hello. We're going to the third fight for the last tier of the Eden Raid series. This is the 11th fight in the entire raid. Entire Eden Raid series. Eden's Promise Anamorphosis. We're fighting
It's the jail in Gilmore.
Thancred, basically. Spoilers. Is that supposed to be a scarf, bro? Okay.
Whatever stands in our way, we will never give up hope.
Okay. This fight can be tricky if you have a hard time remembering colors connecting to mechanics, but we'll break it down here.
Could be born from 9 memories. That creature is passing on its ether.
Okay, she's saying here the creature's passing on its aether, and so literally we got this burn strike thing. Okay, it's gonna do a line AoE. And whatever color we have here is gonna tell us what mechanic this thingy alters to. If you've already done the Endwalker fights, this is a similar thing that they do in one of the Endwalker fights. Actually, I think there's 11th one in the Endwalker fight of raids too. Anyway, so we've got this blue lightning stuff, right? And so when we have the blue lightning stuff, see how we have some people like staggering over here? When it's the blue lightning, that means that we'll get a line AoE in the middle, but then it'll also expand outwards. And so I didn't know that when I ran this, and so I get hit with it, okay? And so if you get hit with the extra one, then you get burnout and you get a bulna. This thing. Okay, so that's why people were running off to the side over here to get away from this extra wide line AoE. There's another variation too, and we'll see that later. Well, there's a lot of different variations in general. Okay, so for this one, Bound of Faith, we have somebody tethered to the boss. But then there's also the blue stuff, okay? So this is gonna do a particular mechanic too. And this, see, this person, MW, also has this target marker. So they're the one that's bound to them. So when they are bound, they've got this floating feathers thing, and so they can't really, you know, do much there. They're there. And then, okay. They get hit with this thing, and then they get a dot electrocution. And so this thing will tick down for a while, this dot, and basically a healer will need to just see how much it ticks. It's a lot. So a healer will need to make sure to keep that person healed up. It happened to be a healer that got picked this time, and so they can just keep track of their own health. See how it keeps ticking? Let's just watch their health. It lasts for a bit of time. Like, they keep throwing shields up and stuff, but they're losing a big chunk of things. In addition to that, we've got like raid rides and stuff going on. See, their health is still struggling here. See, it's still struggling? Okay, and then now it's gone. So, let's see. 5-7. 202.
You're not going anywhere.
Okay, so 5-7. So 15 plus 5-7 to 63. So like 18 seconds worth of this dot. Okay, something like that. Yeah, that seems to be how long they have this dot for. And in between that, we've got Burnish Glory, and that's a raid wipe. And so that person, whoever has this dot, is also going to get extra damage from that thing. Okay, they still have the dot. Okay. Now, okay, at this point they're good. They're resolved. That other mechanic has resolved. They're fine. Don't worry about that. This one though, Powder Mark, is gonna do something kind of similar. So it hits here. It hits the main tank. Powder Mark. Okay, so they got this debuff. I don't think I managed to hover over it, but essentially what happens is when this debuff, this powder mark thingy, ticks down, this person will get this big AoE, so you want to get away from them. Okay, and then here we're getting another variation of the burn strike from the boss. So we've got our regular line AoE, but this time the pet dragon serpent thingy has orange fire. Okay, last time it was blue like lightning. This time it's blue lightning. Is that a song? Focus. The orange one is the fire, and so this does a different mechanic. The fire one is going to knock us backwards, and so you want to stand near the line and then ride the knockback. But you want to be careful to make sure you're not falling off the stage. See how close we get to the stage here? The edge of the stage? So, yeah, careful with that. Looks like you can use your knockback resistance. Saw a few people here was able to use their knockback resistance for that. Okay. Oh yeah, and then also this AoE over there, it went out, it went off. So typically, I guess, like the main tank that gets the powder mark thingy will you know, likely stay on one side and everyone else stay on the other side, just because you can already see, like, there's this huge AoE over there. There's a good chance most people wouldn't just stand over there with the tank when there's a big AoE. Okay, so like this person was like, oh, I'm backing it up, and then I think they came over here. Okay, Burnish Glory, so it's a raid wide. That AoE from the tank, I mean, it'll do damage. Probably give you a bone stack, but yeah, just don't walk into AoEs if you don't have to, you know what I mean? Okay, Bound of Faith. This time it's tethered to this person, the Reaper. And so the pet thing is hanging out. Okay, it's got the fire stuff. And so here we have a stack marker. Sure. So we'll stack up. Yeah. Doesn't seem like anything too different happens with that. I don't see that they have any like specific debuffs or anything, so I think it's fine. Just a regular stack. Turn of the Heavens. It's the fire. It's the fire one, okay. We need to pay attention to this. So it's the fire one. And next up, we've got all these rings here. There happens to be a fire one in the middle. Here we've got blue lightning ones. That's a song, right? From Greece? Okay. Focus! Okay. Before, the pet had the fire stuff around it. And so once we get to these rings, what happens is whatever the pet had around it, the color, these rings will respond to that. And so since it was the orange fire ones, these rings, when they drop their AoE, it's going to be a lot bigger. Whereas the other rings will just be that size. And so what that means is you can hide between the rings. Like right here. Or like in these little spots, you can hide there. I didn't know what I was doing at this point, and so I was like, yeah, we're just heading here, right, you guys? No, it's very specific to between the ring, but between very specific colors. Because, yeah, you can see here the fire one is a bigger AoE than the smaller blue ones. And that's because of the snake pet serpent thing having the fire marker around it right before. And so when this cast goes off, Turn of the Heavens, you have to pay attention to these colors. Or, you know, just follow other people if they knew it. Okay, so you take a bit of damage and you get 1 sec. Oh, this healer's... Where were they? CC? CC's right here. Okay, CC went over here, but they probably got clipped with one of the things then. Okay, let's watch the other footage just to catch up and review some of that stuff. A bit of information.
From my memories. Creature is passing on its
Burnt Strike, okay, so it's orange fire. This is the line AoE. That's just telegraph, so you know that. But because there's fire, we want to stand near the line for the knockback. Preferably like near the center, so that when you get knocked back, you have more space. Get knocked back, okay? Okay, Bound of Faith, and so this one is the fire one, and it's tethered to one person, and we get to see the stack marker thing, so we stack up for this.
You're not going anywhere.
Burnish Glory is the raid wide. Powder Mark, this is going to go to the main tank. Okay, they have the thingy. So in a moment they're gonna get the big circle AoE. Okay, Burnt Strike, but the lightning version. So for one, stay away from the AoE from the tank. The lightning version is the one that is going to expand outwards, and so we want to get away from that. Yeah, if you can't remember that fire is the knockback and lightning is the one that expands and goes away, then you can think of it as the colors. I'm not sure how I was able to remember it. I think with fire, I think of it as like an explosion, and then you like get thrown out of like a house or a window. It's like a bomb. And so I get close to it, which is counterintuitive, but I want to get close to it so that it will fling me backwards, I guess. And then with like the lightning one, I'm already like, you know, oh, there's like stuff that's gonna, like a live wire that's gonna like be whipping around everywhere. I don't want to be near that, so I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna back it up away and wait for that to like resolve itself. A live wire that's going all over the place. But if I already know that the bomb, that a fire explosion is gonna happen, and I'll get close and then go. That's horrible. You shouldn't follow any real life, like don't follow my guides for real life stuff, you guys. Okay, Bound of Faith. We got this person tethered, and this is the lightning version. Okay, so they're floating, they're doing their thingy over here. Oh, it's a healer again. They get attacked, and then they have this dot that, because they're the healer, they should make sure to keep track of and heal themselves. Okay, it's still there. See, it's still there. And the other healer's helping them with Sinestro. Okay, cool. So, Turn of the Heavens. Oh, the fire one again. Okay, so this is the one where we're gonna get all those circle orb thingies. So we have to pay attention to that. So it's the fire one. So the fire will expand. So we go between the lightning. In the other, what is it, Raidway? In the other fight that I was referencing, the Endwalker one, it, like, the theming is, like, darkness and light. And I think I made some analogy about that and how to remember to get close to it or far away. So, like, that's how I kind of remember things. Okay, so we're going to the next phase. Let's go with the other one. Here's the Raidway. Is his scarf alive? Like, what is? Why is it like moving so much? Okay, shifting sky. We're going to the next phase now. Okay, so we get a knockback. So you can go to the middle and ride the knockback, or use knockback prevention. And then we got this big, the pet. So stand in the safe area. Okay. And then we're gonna get like the dudes. They're like clones. We got 2 of them. Okay. So one of them is gonna do the lightning one, and so this one is, because it's lightning, it's gonna expand. And make sure you're turning your camera to figure out where the other one is, because there's this one that has the fire. So this is gonna do a line AoE, and then this is gonna do the knockback. Okay. So dodge the first one first for sure, and make sure you're in position for the second one to not get knocked off the stage. Okay, I was very close to falling off the stage there. So also, if you get hit, you know, you take a lot of damage and you get 1 sec. Typically, standing directly in the middle of the stage here will be your safest bet to get knocked back. And where I ended up standing here, I was still safe enough. Oh, I think I went a little bit up more. But yeah, see, I ended up right at the edge here. And other people were like around here. So like, it was fine. But if you're like any further down here, there's not as much space to get knocked back on the stage. So when this is happening, and you're avoiding the lightning version, make sure you know where the fire one is coming from, and try to get close to the middle of the stage relative to like this line, so that you have more space to get knocked backwards, or use your knockback prevention if you still have it. Yeah, so if you don't think you can do this part, for example, then it would be better if during this part you don't use your knockback prevention, you just save it and ride this knockback to the edge of the stage. It's easy enough to get to the center of the stage. Go hide behind this thingy. You save your knockback prevention thing for when the clones come out. Okay, so the lightning goes. I'm gonna figure out the fire one. And at this point you can use your knockback prevention, so you can avoid getting knocked back at this point. So yeah, this person had theirs for that. Okay. Okay, then it comes back, and then we got the raid wide.
Let's try something else.
Okay, burnt strike, and the blade is imbued with light. Sure. So we've got the line AoE, and then afterwards we get circle AoEs. Okay, so this one doesn't do a knockback and it doesn't expand. This one is different. The pet was not on fire, nor was it with lightning. It was, or well, in a way, it kind of looks like both, right? Because the colors. But it's what she said, light. It was imbued with light. That makes it a little bit different. So that's the tell for this one, which is the AoE one. However, everyone's kind of stacking here, just in case it is a knockback. But also, if you stack together, then all the AoEs drop together and you have more space to dodge it. Okay. Raid wide. Bound of Faith. So this one's a little different. You know, it's the light one. This is the sparkly light version. Oh, this is sparkly. I am tethered with this. Okay, so I've got this target marker and an AoE, so clearly no one wants to be near me. That's fine.
You're not going anywhere.
I get this floating tether fetter thingy. I get hit with stuff, and then I get this mortal powder mark, emblazoned with a strong smoldering mark that will cause you to explode with a vengeance when the effect expires. So when this goes off, basically everything explodes around me, and so basically everyone near me gets hit, but like it's not too much damage. But I could have just stayed away from everyone. I didn't know. We had good healers, so it was fine. Okay, so if you have that, you can try to stay away. If the raid is not doing very well, then definitely stay away. But yeah, we did okay without people getting hit too much with that. Okay, before I get to this one, let's catch up. So either use your knockback prevention or ride this knockback. You can save your knockback for the other mechanic. Get behind this cone AoE, and then watch out for the first one. Figure out which one it is. Okay, it's the lightning one, so that's going to expand, so get away from the line. And then the other one's the fire one. Okay, so you want to get closer to this line. Expanding one, get away. Fire one, stay closer. And try to get to the middle, like perpendicular area, so you can ride the knockback, or use your knockback prevention here. And we got some deaths, so okay. SG, I think they just weren't standing far enough for this, so they got hit and they got a bone stack. I know it looks like they're standing far away enough, but like right here. Yeah, so the AF, the tank moved back, but SG didn't. And so I think that's why they, yeah. Oh yeah, they're totally in the thing. So they were new too, so it's, you know. So that takes a big hit. And then for this one, they're definitely too close to the edge. And so when this hits, like, we get knocked back, and they got pushed off the stage. Yeah, I think they got clipped around here. When this thing goes off, I think it registered it as over there. Even if it didn't, they were like around here instead of like up here with everyone else. Okay, in RL, where's RL? Oh, okay, RL is down here. Whoa, what kind of weapon is that? Huh. Okay, they're on that side. Okay, so I don't know what they were doing over there, but we got someone over here doing some okay, I think this is this one. Okay, so they were probably running up to try to get to the spot, but when it hit, they probably weren't close enough, so they probably fell off the stage over there. Yeah. Okay. So saving your knockback prevention or getting really close to the line near the middle is your best bet there. Okay. And we had raid wide here? Yeah.
Let's try something else.
Okay, so we got the light version of this burnt strike, so we got the line AoE. And then we're gonna drop some AoEs underneath everybody. So avoid the AoEs. Burnished Glory is a raid wide. Bound of Faith, so this is the light version of the tethered person. Okay, so HS has it. Here, the Bard. So they got the target thingy on them.
You're not going anywhere.
Okay, so they get hit, and they are the ones that get the mortal powder mark thingy. And so, and they stay over there, and then watch in a moment. They explode. Okay, so it all explodes, and then basically, yeah, we get hit with this. Okay, I got hit a little bit more. I am a machinist here. So 10k, whereas in the other fight I got hit with like 4k. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it'll kill you or anything, but if the, yeah, like I said, like if the raid's already not doing too well, then getting hit with another raid wide is kind of like difficult. But we're also okay in this fight, so it was fine. Okay. Did we see this? What is this? We got the two dudes on the side here. Oh yeah, okay, wait, this is where we stopped, so this is the other one. Prismatic Deception. Yeah, so we go to another stage change. Phase change. The dudes, the illusions, were on the stage and then they disappear. Okay, and so you're gonna see people running around.
The light's so strong.
Yeah, you can't see anything. So I happened to see them, right? For a moment. This is gonna be a little tricky to explain. They run away. When you get to the edge of the stage, if you happen to run past them for a moment, like I did, I just saw one for a moment, then that's where they're gonna do their attack. We're all running around trying to find them. And one person was over here jumping, and so they found it. And when I ran across here, I noticed a little shimmering. But here, we'll just see. I noticed, yeah, I think it was this dude. Basically, they're gonna do a big attack, a big attack, a big attack, okay? And so there is a trick to figuring this out. I didn't know what I was looking for when I first ran this, which is why, like, that little flash right there, if I had seen that or knew about that, I probably would have stood over there. But I went all the way to the other side with other people. And waited there. Okay. I'll explain. I have better footage. I'll explain. So the dudes disappear, okay? And you want to run around the stage. And she's saying the light's on, you can't sense anything, okay. But, okay, the dudes are starting to, like, cast their thingy. When you get close to one of them, you will see where they are. And you will see their line AoE. Because I was running all around this way, I didn't see anything. And so this is the leftmost side of the three the 3 dudes. Here, okay, so there's probably one here, and there's probably one here. And this one's going to do a line AoE over here, and this one's going to do a line AoE over here, or something like that. And I know it's not on this side because I just ran the length of that side. If I had gone the other way, I probably would have saw this one, the rightmost one. Or if I started here and I ran all over here, I didn't see that, then I would have been like, okay, then I'm going to wait right here because there's a safe spot right next to it. But because I ran from over here to over here, I didn't see anything. This is the leftmost one, so that's why we're waiting here. Yeah, so once you walk out of the AoE, you can't see it anymore. You have to legit be like standing right in it to be able to see it. See, like that. But clearly you don't want to stand in it like for the whole time, or else you'll get hit with it. But yeah, so here's one, and then here's one, and then here's the other one. And it is very bright. You know, there's a lot of light stuff happening. But you do have a spot right next to this one, and like over here next to this other one. Okay, so again, run along the edge. Wait until you walk into the AoE basically and see the dude. And then you stand along the side of it. Or just figure out where everybody else is hanging out, because they probably found the spot. Then you wait there. Okay. Yeah. So you definitely want to trust other people there if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, this one's a raid wipe. Powder mark. So this is gonna hit the bait take. They got their little buff thingy, and then after a while they're gonna have the big circle AoE. Turn of the Heavens. This is the fire version. Okay, fire version, and so the fire ones are gonna expand. So we want to stand between the lightning. Also get away from the main tank with their powder mark thingy. Okay, so the powder mark thing went off. But yeah, we want to go into between lightning, because those lightning ones are going to be smaller AoEs. It does go the other way. It can be the lightning version that expands. I just didn't capture footage of it. Okay, burnt strike. So this is the light version. Not the lightning version and not the fire version, but the sparkly one. Okay, and so this is the AoE one. So make sure you're not in the line AoE, and then wait for the AoEs to drop the circle ones and then spread out. Burnt strike again. This is the lightning version, and it will expand, so run away from it. Okay. Yeah, so for this fight, honestly, you do have to just figure out a way to remember the different variations that will come out with like the fire and the lightning stuff, and then this one very particular tricky mechanic where you have to run around. Like once you know, then you know, but if you don't know, you're just running all around the stage, and it can kill you. But yeah. All right, raid wipe. Powder mark. It's gonna hit the tank. Now watch out for the AoE thing. Turn of the Heavens. That's fire again. Legit for show. Like it can be the lightning one. Okay. So the fire one's gonna expand, so we get between the lightning. Okay, burnt strike. Oh, we got the fire one. Okay, so this is going to be the knockback. So stand near the middle, ride the knockback. burnt strike again. Get away from the line. There's the lightning one, so get away from it. So yeah, after like 50% of the boss's health, that's when you start seeing the other variation, the light version. When she tells us, oh, his sword is imbued with light. And so at the end here, that was a red white. At the end here, when we see the different burnt strike thingies, it can be any of those 3 variations. Okay, another red white. Powder mark again. And the mechanics will repeat and stuff. Oh, you see? Turn of the Heaven, it's lightning this time, I told you. Anyway, okay.
She deserves all the happiness in the world.
Cool. Alright, I hope that was helpful. Yeah, figure out how to remember the fire, lightning, light thingies, and run around the stage to find the clones and stuff. Bye.